Salut Yana et bienvenue au corps pour aujourd'hui. Alors, je vais expliquer ce qu'on va faire en anglais. Guys, today what we're doing is we're going to be building on our family relationships that we've done before. We've talked about family relationships. We've talked about who we get on with and why. But today's and with the next few 3 lessons, what they're looking at is how to develop your explanation of who you get on with in your family and why by saying what you're allowed to do and what you're not, and give opinions to this. Now, the reason for this, right, is because we do know some justifications for family. I don't get on with my sister because she takes my clothes. I don't get on with my little brother because he's very annoying. All that is fine and that's good. But we want you to stand out, particularly when you're doing that speaking exam. So when the examiner hears you, they think, this is good, this is different, this is further than what I'd expect, because that is how we get the top marks. The speaking exam was our top scoring exam last year. We got in set 1, we got all 9s and 4 8s. That was it. Everybody else got a 9, and it's because of the work we did with speaking, which is the same work as we're doing with you guys. So it's all about developing why. That's how to get a 7, 8 or 9 in the speaking exam. And in your exam, if you say I don't get on with my mum, I'm going to say, well, why don't you get on with my mum? If you say, well, she's very strict, I'm going to say, well, give me an example of how she's strict. And I'm going to be the one hitting you with those questions, because to get the top marks, the examiner wants you to being able to justify yourself. Now, why? Because that is the real focus of communication. If you can justify, you can develop, you can narrate and tell sort of stories and give information, then you could go to France and do that. And when we've got the exchange, and when we're talking to our exchange partners, that's the sort of thing that people find tricky and that you'll need to do. When you're in France, they ask people what they liked. Why? What were their parents like? What it was like living in England? And it was really hard for people to justify it. That's why we're learning it, because it is the key to communication. It's going to be good today. Je vais expliquer les premières choses en français. On y va! Alors, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire, s'il vous plaît. Inventez la date pour moi, je ne sais pas la date. Et copiez le titre du genre, je n'ai pas le doigt de. Et ici, vous avez le contrôle de post-it pour aujourd'hui. Donc, s'il vous plaît, comment dire en français les 6 choses ici? On a I can, I can't, I have to return. C'est un peu de révision. Essayez de traduire les phrases pour vous aider. Je vous ai donné la première lettre ici. Donc, put me on pause, guys, when you think you've done as much as the post as you can. C'est difficile aujourd'hui, alors, when you think you've done as much as you can, recommencez-moi et je vous donne les réponses. On y va! Et voilà, right guys, if you're hearing me now, you're ready, you've restarted the video, you've had a go at our post-it note and you've sorted yourselves out. So, before we do the control de post-it, just today, we're doing this idea that we're developing our ideas from family relationships, and you, by the end of this lesson, will be able to say what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, what your parents let you do and what they don't let you do, and give your opinions on them, which is going to make your work really stand out. There's some really nice grammar and really nice language here today that we're going to look at. And we're going to revise some absolutely crucial structures at GCSE, which is what our control de post-it is all about. How many did you get? Honestly, I reckon if you got 3, you've done really well here. I'd be very surprised if anyone got all 6 of these. If you got, you probably should have got the first 2. Let's have a look at it then. So, I can, c'est je peux. Voilà, c'est je peux. Voilà. Remember, this is our verb pouvoir, to be able to. We're going to have another look, another sing-song Sarubin about this in a bit. Alors, I can't. So if je peux is I can. I can't is je ne peux pas. Facile. So, I have to return. Can you remember our verb to have to? It is devoir, like you call your homework les devoirs, which comes from the verb devoir, which is to have to or to must, because you have to do your homework. Tom Jill. So I have to return, c'est je dois retourner. So there we go. So these are our verbs. If you weren't sure about pouvoir 1 and 2 and devoir number 3, don't worry, we're going to be practicing them today. Can't wait. Alors, numéro 4. I've helped, c'est j'ai aidé. Voilà. I've finished. Remember, we have to have the have. J'ai fini, and then I agree, Je suis d'accord. Voilà, so some high-level phrases today. We're going to be talking about what we're able to do, we're going to talk about what we have to do, and we're going to give some past tense examples saying I can only go out if I've helped at home or if I've finished my homework. So all of these pieces of vocabulary are going to be crucial. I'm going to test what you know already before we go in and really drill this vocab. Alors donc, sur la feuille, vous avez la première activité. Regardez la feuille que j'ai attachée sur frog. Et voilà, ici vous avez la première activité. C'est facile, donc l'objectif, il faut trouver la paire entre les mots en français dans la boîte bleue et les mots en anglais dans la boîte rouge. Trouvez la paire entre les deux. Mais c'est plus facile aujourd'hui. Donc pour rendre l'activité plus difficile, regardez 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. J'ai pris les lettres clés. Il faut compléter la phrase et après, il faut trouver la paire. Donc, ainsi, c'est beaucoup plus difficile. Si tu finis tôt, ici, vous avez le défi additionnel. En utilisant le vocabulaire dans la boîte bleue, essayez de traduire I'm allowed to go out at the weekend as long as I've done my homework. Alors, ça c'est l'objectif pour aujourd'hui. Vous avez 2 minutes. Donc, sur ton portable, mettez un minuteur pour 2 minutes pour moi, s'il vous plaît. D'accord? Et, guys, bon courage. You won't, I know it's hard to write on the sheet because it's a print screen or a screen grab or whatever. You can type it out if you do just want to say what the missing letters are. Ça suffit aussi, j'accepte. Alors, bon courage mes petits. 2 minutes. Restart me when you're ready for the answers. 3, 2, 1. Allez, on y va. Hey mes petits, if you're hearing me now, you're ready for our answers, so let's go through them now. I know you found this tough. You'd have to think outside the box for a lot of these, and it's all down, remember like help and what we talk about, it's all down to picking out words you do know, and then from the context, working it out. I'm going to show you. Alors, le premier, j'ai le droit de. Alors, the only thing you'll know is j'ai is I have the droit means right, as in tourner à droite. À gauche is your left, à droite is your right. So I have the right of, it's not talking about your civil rights. In French, this is how you say, I'm allowed to. J'ai le droit de means at home, I'm allowed to. Et donc, numéro 2, je n'ai pas le droit de veut dire I'm not allowed to. Now, it might seem strange and quite strong to say, I have the right to watch TV, mum. It's not like that. So in France, remember, French is just a more formal language. It's incredibly formal. So things like I have the right of, I don't have the right of, that sounds strange to English speakers because our language is no longer formal. It still is formal in French. And that's one of the reasons I love it. I just think it sounds so nice. Alors, first two down. 3 et 4, ce sont similaires. À la condition que veut dire à, on the condition that. So this is like, I'm allowed to do this if I've done my homework. And there's nothing wrong with saying if, si, but if you can use some synonyms and some higher level language like à la condition que, the examiner's going to love it. Same thing with number 4, sous réserve que. Ça veut dire as long as, so as long as I've finished my homework, for example. Now it literally means sous is underneath something, so sous la table is under the table, réserve on the reserve that, so under the reserve that, I say in English as long as. Again, French is just more formal, love it. Alors donc, numéro 5, you won't have seen this, the exclamation mark hopefully gave you the right answer. J'en ai marre veut dire I've had enough of it. It's a beautiful phrase that French people use all the time. Oh, j'en ai marre. I've had enough of it. You can use this in your speaking exam. We teach you these fillers and these exclamatives, they're called, because you're exclaiming something. The examiner loves them. We had some students in year 11 who used them like too much in their speaking exam. I didn't say anything, but I thought it was ridiculous. But the examiner loved it. They gave one girl like 4 marks for part of it because of all these exclamatives. So use it, learn it. J'en ai marre means I've had enough. I say it all the time when I'm teaching your class, but now you know what it means. Alors donc, numéro 6. Alors donc, si j'ai le droit de is I'm allowed to. C'est quoi l'infinitif? C'est avoir le droit de faire. to have the right to do. K. Alors, numéro 7. Have, raison, have tort. Je vais faire 7 et 8 ensemble parce qu'ils sont les antonymes. Avoir raison veut dire to be right, which I love. To be right or correct. You literally say in French to have reason. Oh, you have reason. Alors, et numéro 8, c'est avoir tort. Ça veut dire B, to be wrong. Avoir raison, avoir tort. Tu as raison, tu as tort. Really good phrases. Again, you can use these in the exam. When I say, like, if you said, my mom's really strict, she doesn't let me do this, I could say to you, oh, elle a raison, c'est dangereux. And then you could say back to me, non, tu as tort, mes amis, and then extend it. The examiner would love that, guys. Alors, il y a 3 qui restent. Numéro 9, je peux sort veut dire je peux sortir, qui veut dire I can go out. So, remember, use synonyms. Mix up your language. Show your range of French. You can use j'ai le droit de, but don't use it all the time. Mix it up. J'ai le droit de sortir avec mes amis le vendredi soir et je peux regarder la télé jusqu'à minuit. For example, mix up. Numéro 10, je veux sortir, qui veut dire des. I want to go out. Et finalement, an ideal thing to do is compare it with your friends, or like for me, it was always my sister because she's like 3 years older than me. So I was like, oh, she can do that. Or I always said when she was my age, she could do that, which I knew is a complete lie. But that's it. You need to talk about others today, changing our verbs. Ils peuvent is they can, qui est j'ai, they can. Voila. It'd be really nice to add that detail to say, my friends, they can do this, but je n'ai pas le droit. C'est injuste, j'en ai marre. That's the sort of expressions we're after today. Right, guys, bon effort ici. J'ai oublié de dire, all of these is brand new language, so 5 would have been a good mark today. 8 or more is a very strong score. 11 sur 11, oulala, mais il y avait un défi additionnel. Use now vocabulaire. Est-ce que tu pouvais traduire I'm allowed to go out at the weekends as long as I've done my homework? You can pause me now and have a little go at this now you've got the answers, but if you think you're ready, I'm going to go for it. Donc, I'm allowed to go out at the weekend as long as I've done my homework veut dire en français, j'ai le droit. Ou on peut dire je peux sortir le week-end sous réserve que j'ai fait mes devoirs. This is a beautiful phrase that you could use in your speaking, and it's got some advanced language. All of you could use this. Alors mes petits, give yourself a mark out how many you've done in your red pen. Bon effort ici. Maintenant, il faut utiliser le vocabulaire ici pour vous aider pour la prochaine activité. Je vais expliquer en français. Et voilà mes petits, pour la deuxième activité, on va faire les phrases coupées. Donc regardez, dans la boîte bleue, ici, vous avez le début des phrases. Voilà, le début des phrases. Et dans la boîte orange, vous avez les fins des phrases. L'objectif, c'est trouver la paire entre le début et la fin pour vous aider. Les phrases en bleu, ici, 1, 2, 3, sont en accord avec les phrases en bleu, ici, A, B, D. Donc, pour numéro 1, il y a 3 possibilités. Moi, j'ai le droit de sortir avec 10h30. Non, ça fait pas sens. Moi, j'ai le droit de sortir avec mes devoirs. So it does make sense, but it doesn't. I'm allowed to go out with my homework. No, Claudia probably does go out with her homework, mais les autres, c'est pas. Alors donc, il doit être, moi, j'ai le droit de sortir avec mes amis le week-end. Parfait, voilà, c'est D. Donc, tu fais la paire entre les deux pour moi, s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Et après avoir fait ça, vous avez le chasse au trésor. Donc, cherchez dans le texte pour les mots ici. I have the right to, c'est là, j'ai le droit de. I have to return. I'm so good at this. Voilà et voilà. Alors mes petits, donc, trouvez la paire avec le vocabulaire aussi. I'll give you 4 minutes to do this, mes petits. Donc, mettez-moi sur pause. Quand tu es prêt pour les réponses, recommencez la vidéo. Alors, bon courage. 3, 2, 1. Allez, on y va. Alors mes petits, let's go through our answers then and see what you've got. Alors, le premier, moi, j'ai le droit de sortir avec, il doit être mes amis le week-end, qui veut dire en anglais, me, I'm allowed to go out with my friends at the weekend. Voilà. Alors, numéro 2, mais je dois retourner à la maison avant. This is your keyword here. As well as retourner. So it says, but I have to return to my house before. C'est à 10h30. Voilà. Donc, le dernier, numéro 3, avant sortir. See how this word's come up twice. It comes up a lot in the GCC as well. So if you don't know it, write it down. Avant means before. One tip for vocab I used to do when I was in school is I'd always write the opposite to the words to help me remember it, because it helps your brain to remember opposites. So I'd write avant, après, and that's how I'd record my vocabulary. So I used to put French word, English, antonym if possible, and then the English. So avant, before, après, after, and it just helps you remember them. Anyway, numéro 3, avant sortir avec mes amis, je dois finir mes devoirs. Voilà, so before going out with my friends, I have to finish my homework. First 3 down. Let's have a look on this one. Numéro 4. Je n'ai pas le droit d'aller sur Facebook car c'est F. Mon père pense que les réseaux sociaux sont dangereux. Donc, qui veut dire I'm not allowed to go on Facebook because my dad thinks that social media are dangerous. Alors, donc, numéro 5. Je peux aller au McDo avec mes amis si j'ai. Alors, ça veut dire I can go to, this is what the French call McDonald's. They call it McDonald's as well, but McDo, aller pour un McDo, that's like the cool way to say it. So I can go to McDonald's with my friends if I've my phone on me. Of course you'd have your phone on you. Why wouldn't you have your phone on you? Et finalement, 6. J'ai le droit de surfer sur Internet si j'aide à la maison, qui veut dire I'm allowed to go on the internet if I've helped out at home. Et voilà, donc 6 pour celui-ci. Et la deuxième partie, c'est ici. I'm allowed to, you say I have the right to, j'ai le droit de. I have to return, c'est je dois retourner. My phone on me, mon portable sur moi. You could like leave it at home if you want a crazy night out. Social media, c'est les réseaux sociaux. I'm not allowed to, je n'ai pas le droit de. Before going out, it's that word again, avant. Donc, avant, sortir, avec should be written there. If I finished, si j'ai fini, I have to finish, je dois finir, different verb. And then with that, I've given you 2 bits of extra challenge in a different tense. So I'm allowed to do, and then we aren't allowed to go. Let's have a look. I'm allowed to do, j'ai le droit de faire. So after j'ai le droit de, you just put your infinitive. J'ai le droit de faire, j'ai le droit de aller, j'ai le droit de jouer, j'ai le droit de quitter. And then we aren't allowed to go. Nous n'avons pas le droit d'aller. All you need to do is change our verb avoir. Simple. Right guys, I'll be happy with 5 or more on both activities combined. Bon effort mes petits. You can see what we're doing here. We're talking about what you're allowed to do at your house and what you're not allowed to do. And there's some lovely bits of grammar here that we need to look at to make sure you're prepared for your GCSE. Alors les enfants, ici vous avez les questions clés pour aujourd'hui. Before we go on, and I'm going to go through all of these, put me on pause. See how many of these you can answer already, then restart the video and I'll work through each question bit by bit by bit to see what you can do. Pause me now, see what you can answer, then when you're ready, recommencez-moi. Alors mes petits, donc la première question c'était what are modal verbs? Now modal verbs are what's called auxiliary verbs. They're a verb that you can use with another verb after it. And if someone asks you what are the modal verbs in French, these are the 3 ones you've got to know. Savoir to know as well, but here we go. Vouloir, a verb to want, pouvoir to can or to be able to, and devoir to must. All of these are what are called modal verbs. That's the posh way to say them. So you've got to know these verbs inside out and you've got to know how they change. The easiest way to get a higher mark on your GCSE is to be able to conjugate and change verbs. When I did French in school, this is basically all we ever did. Every homework every week was learn a set of verbs, learn them off by heart, and we had tests where my teacher would say, we can, they used to be able to, and we just have to write them down. This is what it's all about, so learn these verbs. Now, Mrs. Slack was a proper hard woman who definitely would never sing in lessons, but for these verbs, the best way to learn them is the Jingle Bells song. Now, I'm going to sing it today. It won't be as beautiful as some people I've heard singing this in class. One occasion springs to mind of a beautiful voice, but what we're going to do is go through. You need to learn these verbs off by heart. You need to know the song. Whenever you want to use want or can or must, and you think, how does the verb change? Just think back to Jingle Bells and sing it in your head, because it goes violon, vule, veulent, puvant, puvet, peuvent, doigt, devant, devait, doivent, violent, vule, veulent. And then it goes into the verse. Puvant, puvet, peuvent, doigt, devant, devait, doivent, violent, vule, veulent, puvant, puvet, peuvent, et doigt, devant, devait, doivent. Could do that all day. Right, guys, this is our Jingle Bells songs. These are the verbs you've got to know. And remember, they're called modal verbs because they're an auxiliary. There's usually, almost always, another verb after them. And when you use two verbs together, the second verb is an infinitive. What's an infinitive, Andrea? Silence. She doesn't know. An infinitive is the full form of the verb. It ends in er, ir, re. Don't change it, guys. Here's a list of our infinitives. You can use it with any verb. So, je veux parler, I want to speak. Je peux comprendre, I can understand. Je dois sortir, I have to go out. I'm feeling that at the moment. So, guys, this is what you need to know. These are our modal verbs. Alors, mes petits, put me on pause. See if you can answer 1 and 2. And if you can, let's move on. If you can't, pay attention, go back or watch the last slide and then come back to this one. Alors mes petits, the next one then is how to say I'm allowed to. You need to use this phrase avoir le droit de. In French, to say you're allowed to do something, you say you have the right to do it. Think about like your civil rights. Don't go political on your mom if she don't let you out with your friends. But avoir le droit de is how you say I'm allowed to do it. And again, it's a verb, avoir. We first looked at this in your first, 2 weeks of year 7 if you did French. Well, you would have done French, you're doing French now. This is a verb, avoir. You've got to know this off by heart. You need to know how it changes. So, j'ai le droit de, tu as, j'ai, tu as, il en a, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. This is what you need to know. Again, when you're using j'ai le droit de, you need an infinitive after it. Yes, j'ai le droit de sortir. I'm allowed to go out. J'ai le droit d'aller. I'm allowed to go. Whenever you use two verbs together in the present tense, the second verb is always an infinitive. That is a must-know rule. Alors mes petits, see them if you can answer the first 3 questions. No, all 4 questions for me, please. We've looked at it all now. Put me on pause, see if you can answer them all, and then keep watching. I'll very quickly explain some extra challenge. Alors mes petits, so you saw avoir le droit de, which is to have the right to, and it's one of our key avoir expressions. Now I love these because it's a big difference between French and English. So in English you always say I am hot, I am cold, I am hungry, I am thirsty. In French you don't say I am for any of that. In French you have emotions and you have needs and you have wants a lot of the time, which again just shows how beautifully poetic French can be. So to be right and to be wrong, you don't say you are right, you are wrong. You have reason or you have wrong. To be hungry, you don't say I am hungry, you have hunger, which makes sense because hunger is like a feeling inside you. Same with thirsty, and then this beautiful phrase avoir envie de is to want to do something. In French, you say I have envy of. Oh, I tell you what, I have envy of a cup of coffee. I didn't sleep well last night. Isn't that a beautiful expression? J'ai envie de means I want something. J'ai le droit de is what we've looked up I'm allowed to do. And then our one for today, j'en ai marre de, I'm fed up. You literally have had enough of something. Guys, these are some of our expressions. They're really good to note down. Try and use them. They're beautiful. Once again, you need to know how to change our verb to be able to use them. Alors mes petits, we've looked at all the theory. Now, let's get on for some brand new language. Why isn't this working today? Et voilà, donc mes petits, maintenant, il faut écouter moi et il faut répéter après moi. Can you just warn your mum what's happening before she comes up to your room wondering why you've shouting out, losing your mind, stuck at home? Alors mes petits, donc écoutez-moi et répétez après moi mes petits. On y va. Donc la question du genre, tu as le doigt de. Tu as le doigt de. J'ai le doigt de. Doigt, le doigt de. Je peux, buvons, buvez, peuvent. Et je n'ai pas le doigt de. Je n'ai pas le doigt de. Je ne peux pas. Je ne peux pas. J'ai le doigt de. Aller à McDo. Aller à McDo. Sortir avec mes copains. Le week-end, le soir. Le week-end, le soir. Sortir avec mes copains le week-end, le soir. Sortir, sortir, sortir toute seule. Sortir toute seule. Allez, sors. Allez, sors. Des réseaux sociaux. Des réseaux sociaux. Allez sur des réseaux sociaux. J'ai le droit de jouer à des jeux vidéo. Jouer à des jeux vidéo. J'ai le droit de regarder la télé. Regarder la télé. Right, favorite word in French. This means until. Jusqu'à. 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 Jusqu'à 11 heures. Jusqu'à 11 heures. 1 heure par jour. 1 heure par jour. Jusqu'à 10 heures. 1 jour par semaine. 1 jour par semaine. 1 jour par semaine. Quand je veux. Quand je veux, quand je veux. Quand je veux, quand je veux. À la condition que. À la condition que. Su réserve que. Su réserve que. Si. Si. Si, si, si. Si, si, si. J'ai aidé à la maison. J'ai fini mes devoirs. J'ai fini mes devoirs. J'ai mon portable sur moi. J'ai mon portable sur moi. Je rentre. All in the nose, rentre. Je rentre avant 10 heures le soir. Je rentre avant 10 heures le soir. Je rentre avant 10 heures le soir. Si mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Savent avec qui je suis. Si mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Si mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Si mes parents savent. Si mes parents savent. Où je vais. Où je vais. Où je vais. Où je vais. Si mes parents savent où je vais. Où je vais. Okay, that's like Find My iPhone. I would have been toast if I was a teenager and my parents had that technology back then. Alors, on continue. Alors mes petits, un peu plus de vocabulaire. We've looked at what we're allowed to do. we've looked at the conditions. Now we're going to look at whether you think it's fair or not. Some absolute key phrases here that I want to hear when you're in year 11 on your speaking exam. Je pense que, à mon avis, selon moi, c'est juste. C'est juste. 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 C'est juste. C'est tout à fait normal. C'est tout à fait normal. Normal. C'est tout à fait normal. I'm just going to point out this word because I love it. Tout à fait means completely. Tout à fait. C'est tout à fait normal. Ce n'est pas juste. Ce n'est pas juste. Franchement, c'est fou. Franchement, c'est fou. It's a beautiful one for your speaking exam. It means frankly, it's crazy. Franchement, c'est fou. Franchement, c'est fou. On me traite comme un enfant. On me traite comme un enfant. On me traite comme un enfant. Ils exagèrent. Ils exagèrent. And my personal favorite, j'en ai marre. J'en ai marre. J'en ai marre. Voila, right, 2 bits of information here. J'en ai marre, I've had enough, love it. Sonny, the lead guitarist of the Smiths, is Johnny Marr. Obviously a stage name from this, J'en ai marre. And then ils exagèrent, they're exaggerating. My mum used to do that and I was 5 minutes late home. She's like, I thought you'd been kidnapped, Sean. It's like, Mom, like, who's going to kidnap me? Anyway, like, voilà. Donc, 2 bits of information. This is just grotesque, this picture. Absolutely weird, really weird picture. I hope you don't have nightmares. Right, guys, we've looked at the vocabulary. Let's see what we've got. Et mes petits, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire? Un peu de verbe au volleyball toute seule. Alors, c'est contre le montre. Time yourselves as you're doing this to see how quickly you can do it. Let me give you an example to show you how it's done. J'ai le doigt de, I'm allowed to. Je n'ai pas le doigt de, I'm not allowed to. Sortir, go out, sortir du tout, go out alone, jusqu'à heure, until this time. Voilà. First 5 done. That was 2 seconds, guys. So that's how fast I want you to be. Put me on pause now. Prepare yourselves. When you think you're ready for the challenge, get your stopwatch ready, restart the video, and I'll count you down and then pause the video again. Alright guys, so good luck. Préparez-vous. Take a minute now, just look through, make sure you know what everything is. When you think you're ready, restart the video. Alors mes petits, ready for this? Put a timer on your phone, put me on pause when I count down. Bon courage. 3, 2, 1. Allez! Alors mes enfants, c'est la même activité, mais cette fois, j'ai changé l'ordre. Donc ici, vous avez l'anglais. Cette fois, c'est anglais, français, anglais, français. Par exemple, until jusqu'à to go out, sortir. I'm allowed to, j'ai le droit de to go alone, sortir toute seule. I'm not allowed to, je n'ai pas le droit de. C'est plus compliqué. No prep this time. Put a timer on your phone et on commence. 1, 3, 2, 1. Première pause. Allez! Alors mes petits, so, pour le 3e temps, cette fois, j'ai de bonnes nouvelles. La bonne nouvelle, c'est que c'est dans le bon ordre. Par exemple, numéro 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, etc. Oups, c'est dans le bon ordre. Le problème, j'ai pris les mots et cette fois, vous avez seulement la première lettre pour chaque mot. Donc, il faut faire exactement la même chose. Par exemple, until, jusqu'à heure, to go out, sortir, I'm allowed to, j'ai le droit de, to go alone, sortir toute seule, I'm not allowed to, je n'ai pas le droit de, et voilà. Put me on pause again. Prepare yourselves. No looking at your vocab. I want you to be honest. When you're ready, restart me, I'll count you down, and then pause me again. Courage, préparez-vous. Alors mes petits, bon courage, et on commence. 1, 3, 2, 1. Put me on pause. Allez! Et voilà mes petits. Right guys, so we've looked at the vocab, we've blitzed it, we've looked at the grammar. What I'm going to do now is put all of this together to test you. Before we move on to our final activity, just make sure you can answer all of these questions. If you can't, go back to before the vocab learning and just watch this again and then come back to this stage because you're going to need it for our final activity. Alors, pour finir mes petits, ici j'ai 9% et j'ai les détails pour tous les pourcents. J'ai ce qu'ils ont le droit de faire sur réserve que et ce qu'ils n'ont pas le droit de faire et l'opinion de ce qu'ils n'ont pas le droit de faire. Donc, je vais dire 4 choses pour chaque personne. Il faut m'écouter quand je décris quelqu'un, don't write quelqu'un like this, et puis il faut écrire le nombre de personnes dans l'espace ici. D'accord? Donc, you can put me on pause. You can rewind me, but you're not allowed to use your vocab for this. Put it away, see what you can really do. This is all on your sheet. So before we start, put me on pause now and just look through them all and just prepare yourselves a little bit. What's the key differences between them? What have you got? And then when you're ready, restart and I'll go through number 1. Alors mes petits, personne numéro 1 dit. J'ai le droit de sortir avec mes copines le soir, mais c'est sur la réserve que mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Mais je n'ai pas le droit d'aller à McDo. Mais à mon avis, c'est juste parce que le fast-food, c'est mauvais pour la santé et mes parents veulent que je suis saine. Personne de dit. J'ai le droit de sortir le soir, mais c'est à condition que mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Moi aussi, je n'ai pas le droit d'aller à McDo, mais à mon avis, ce n'est pas juste. Tout le monde peut manger du fast-food, sauf moi. C'est ridicule et j'en ai marre. Alors, personne, toi, dis. Moi, j'ai le droit de sortir le soir, mais c'est sur le réserve que j'ai mon portable sur moi tout le temps. À l'inverse, je n'ai pas le droit d'aller sur des réseaux sociaux et je pense que c'est ridicule. Mes parents me traitent comme un enfant. Alors, personne 4 dit. Moi, j'ai le droit de sortir, mais seulement le week-end et c'est sur la réserve que je rentre avant 10 heures le soir. À l'inverse, je n'ai pas le droit de sortir le soir pendant la semaine et je pense que ce n'est pas juste parce que tous mes copains peuvent sortir le soir, mais je dois rester à la maison. C'est ridicule. Et finalement, personne numéro 5 dit. Moi, j'ai le droit de sortir le week-end, mais seulement si mes parents savent avec qui je suis. Je n'ai pas le droit d'aller sur des réseaux sociaux et moi, je pense que ce n'est pas juste. Tous mes amis ont les comptes Insta et TikTok et moi, je ne peux pas aller sur des réseaux sociaux. J'en ai marre. Alors mes petits, right guys, if you haven't got any of our 5, don't worry, you can rewind, you can listen again to that to check it to see who you've got. If you think you've got all 5, let's blitz the answers. You should have. Nicolas was the first one, then Elodie, then Thierry. I went for all of the bottom row to keep you guessing. Person 4 était Sophie et person 5 était Emily. Voilà, if we were playing bingo, no one would have gone for that. Guys, give yourself a mark out of 5. Bon effort, mes petits. Alors, mes petits, bon effort aujourd'hui. Right, guys, excellent effort today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. You've enjoyed some of this new language. I think it's a really fun language to learn today. So next lesson we're going to do reading and listening on this, and I'm going to be testing you on it. You know that's coming. So pour préparer, you need to do, it's called homework 1. Obviously we've been setting homework throughout, but just for this last bit for June to July, this will be remote homework 1. This is what you need to do. Remember, I cascaded you last time about memorize. I want 20 minutes from all of you on memorize. You are sitting around at home. Now is the ideal opportunity to improve your French skills, and let's face it, you need it. So spend 20 minutes on memorize. Then you've got this blank vocab booklet that is on your homework. Write in the English. This will test your memorize, and if you're really good at it, you've got it. If there's any you don't know, make them, like, write them on a post-it and stick it in your room to revise it. This is how to get good. Learn these tactics now you're in lockdown. Then you've got a reading about people and what they're allowed to do, but there's some missing words. You need to put these 8 words in the right space, and then complete each sentence with the correct name and the condition, and then you've got to answer 4 questions. Simple, guys. Get on this for me. For next lesson, you'll have a vocab test, a reading and listening. Can't wait. I hope you're all safe and well and enjoying the nice weather. Alors donc, au revoir mes petits.